for most of the vice president's flip-flops, the Harris campaign has been able to tell us she changed her position. Here it is now. But for some reason, they cannot tell us whether or not she has changed her position on a 2019 stance she had, making people brought to this country illegally as children U.S. citizens. Axios is reporting Harris pledged in 2019 to take 4 executive actions as president that would give 2 million Dreamers a path to citizenship and shield more than 6 million undocumented immigrants from deportation. Asked this week whether she'd take those same executive actions, her campaign declined to answer. The Harris team is so shy about this now, which would be a surprise to 2018 Kamala Harris, Grand Marshal of the annual Kingdom Day Parade in Los Angeles, where she was standing beside actor Jussie Smollett, chanting, "Down with deportation."
Up with education, down with deportation. Up with education, down with deportation. Up with education, down with deportation. Up with education, down with deportation.
The vice president's border experience has been tough to track. She insists now that she was not the border czar, never was, but she has tried to keep some street cred about the border, like when we traveled with her there for her only trip as vice president a few months after President Biden put her in charge of the root causes of migration.
How did you decide that right now was the right time to make your first trip to the border?
Well, it's not my first trip. I've been to the border many times.
As the person in charge of the response.
Because as I've long said, I said back in March I was going to come to the border, so this is not a new plan.
She has not been back since then, but there is a possibility she could visit in Arizona on Friday, according to a report in the New York Times. If she does, that would be an acknowledgement by the Harris campaign that the border is a huge liability for her ahead of the election 6 weeks from today. She did prosecute transnational gangs, and then she was elected U.S. Senator, and then that video where she is chanting "down with deportation." So we are supposed to believe that her experience with all these hardcore human smugglers and gang members and traffickers doing business across the border in California led her to want fewer deportations in 2018.